Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now, it's Thursday, March the 13th. I've got 7 great press releases for you from both sides of the border, plus 1 stock halt. But the big news of the day, we're going to discuss this at the end, is the fact that gold on the April contract has officially touched $1,000. The spot price here in March is right now at $997. Sorry, so gold trading through $1,000 looks to be imminent. Let's get to the press releases first. I'm going to start with the U.S. because we've got some great financial results out of there, and then I'll move it over to TSX Venture and talk about some great news out of the resources space. Let's start off first with Jing Why International. Trades on the OTC under JNGW. If you're a viewer of AGORACOM TV, you know we really like these Chinese small caps. They announced both fourth quarter and full year 2007 financial results. I'm just going to go after a full year. You can take a look at the Q4. They're big numbers all the way around. For the year 2007, revenues up 77% to $24 million. Operating income up 139% to $8.9 million. Net income up 122% to $8.4 million. Big numbers here. These were supported by an acquisition. It wasn't all organic. Nonetheless, growth is growth. Great numbers. You also got to take a look at the Q4 numbers. What do? They're one of the leading providers of data mining and customer relationship marketing services in China. You can imagine that's only going to get bigger and bigger over time. Right now, they've got a customer database of over 300 million Chinese consumers, 300 million, and what they're doing is enabling leading Chinese companies to reach their target audience. They closed yesterday at $5.60. That's off their 52-week high of $9, but definitely great results out of Jingwei. Next up, API Nanotronics trades on the OTC under APIO. They announced record quarterly orders of over $9 million. API is a supplier of electronic components and nanotechnology research and development to the defense and communication sectors. Gotta like that business, gotta like that space. Record orders of more than $9 million for the third quarter ended February 29, 2008. Also, record monthly orders of $3.9 million for the month of February. Just an example, sales were strong across all their divisions. Just one example, one of the divisions, TM Systems, was awarded a contract to supply 2 new landing navigation systems to a large U.S. defense contractor. Small cap company, record numbers, big customers in the military. You got to like a company like this. They closed yesterday at 10.5 cents. That's way off their 52-week high of 70 cents. Perhaps a good time for API Nanotronics. Over to the venture exchange, GuestLogix trades there on the symbol GXI. They announced that they secured their first rail operator to offer onboard retail services. GuestLogix is making a repeat performance here because they've had a lot of great press releases out. This one here is on behalf of Grand Central Railway Company. It's a multi-year agreement for the provision of GuestLogix mobile virtual store onboard technology. Grand Central Railway provides train services to communities across Northern England who are remote from direct services to London. Tom Duramakos, who's the president and CEO of the company, had this to say: "Our mobile virtual store delivers onboard service and convenience rail passengers have been waiting for. As the preferred supplier of onboard retail systems to the airline industry, we are very pleased to have Grand Central usher our solution into the rail sector, a market most believed to be much larger for onboard retail revenues." And a lot of that has to do with the fact that railway companies can put more product onto rail cars than airplanes can. Some of the world's leading airline brand rely on GuestLogix. They are American Airlines, Delta, Air Canada, Alaska Airlines, and Ryanair. All of them relying on GuestLogix to service their passengers. Also took a look at the numbers they put out about a week ago or so. Record revenue for the company for the fiscal year ended November 30th, $5.43 million, up 411%. They still got some losses, but anytime you got revenue climbing that way and those kind of customers, they're definitely going in the right direction. They closed yesterday at $1.33. Let's shift over to the resources space now. Etruscan Resources trades on the TSX under EET. They announced that diamond sales for the month of February by one of its 54% owned subsidiary have averaged in excess of $750 per carat. This is way over the $466 per carat that they ascribed in their recent reported 43101. Production from their diamond mine yielded 1,224 carats in February. A total of 1,311 were placed on tender in early March, and the average bid price received was about $845 per carat. Now, 950 odd carats were sold for gross proceeds of about $727,000. That yielded an average price of $762 per carat. 357 of the carats were withdrawn for cutting and polishing, because diamond cutting and polishing can add an excess of 40% to rough tender diamond prices, and they want to create a vertically integrated company. So this is their first step. They closed yesterday at $255. Great news out of them. Committee Bay Resources trades on the venture under CBR. They announced an updated gold resource estimate. This is for their Three Bluffs gold deposit in Nunavut. The new estimate for the near-surface high-grade deposit is 468,000 indicated ounces of gold, and an additional 239,000 inferred announcements. This is way over the original 2004 estimate of just 488,000 inferred, so they've definitely taken a big number and switched over indicated, plus added some inferred. Here are some highlights about the report also. All indicated ounces lie within 120 meters of surface, potentially amenable to open pit mining, and additional potential remains down dip and all over the place. Here's a quote from the committee-based CEO and President John Williamson. Drilling conducted during 2005 and 2007 has confirmed the continuity of the grades and widths of the Three Bluffs deposit, and step-out drilling has identified potential for additional high-grade structures on the limbs within the Three Bluffs fold. The company closed yesterday at 32.5 cents, closer to its 52-week low of 26, way off its high of 58. So again, potentially a good entrance point. Do your own due diligence. Rubicon Minerals trades on the TSX under RMX, and for our friends in the U.S. on the AMEX under RBY. They announced a discovery of a new high-grade gold zone at their Phoenix Gold project in Red Lake. Intercepts include 283 grams per ton of gold over 1 meter, 34.6 grams per ton over 2 meters, and 36 grams per ton over a meter. This is their Phoenix Gold project is located in the heart of the prolific Red Lake Gold District. It's led to the discovery of a new gold zone on the property, and they're referring to this as the F2 zone. The discovery hole here was F201, intersected thick gold-bearing zones that returned up to 6.8 grams per ton of gold over 11 meters. Also contains some really high-grade intervals, including 11.6 grams over 2.9 meters and 9.1 grams over 3 meters. David Adamson, President and CEO of the company, we're going to take an excerpt from him. We've intersected a broad gold mineralizing system at modest, easily reachable depths, which includes high-grade gold zones in a classic Red Lake setting. The system warrants and will receive significant additional drilling. With a strong treasury and three drills turning, it's a great time to be making new discoveries at gold discoveries and at Red Lake. They closed yesterday at $1.28. Amador Gold trades on the venture under AGX. They intersected 45 meters of 1.45% combined nickel-copper. So they're announcing here the discovery of a new nickel-copper mineralization on their 100% owned Loveland property. That's just outside of Timmins, Ontario. 3 drill holes spanning a strike length of 100 meters, all intersected nickel and copper sulfide mineralization. The third of the 3 holes, AMDG03, intersected 3 higher grade intersections within a 45-meter wide nickel-copper zone. You got to go take a look at those intersections. But that whole 45 meters average 0.75% copper, 0.7% nickel over 45 meters. The 3 holes are the deepest holes ever drilled on the property, and they demonstrate the mineralization continues. They closed yesterday at 38 cents. On the market regulation services and trading halt side, we've got ATW Ventures, trades on the venture under ATW. They were halted at 9/11 pending news. And again, the big news of the day, gold is imminently looking like it's going to touch $1,000. It's already hit $1,000 on the April contract, which is pretty close to the spot market here in March, which is right now is trading around $9.96. If you took a look at the AGORACOM blog recently, this is a clear indication that the Fed's 200 $200 billion bailout package from a couple of days ago is not being accepted as a solution to the credit crisis in the U.S. Had it been accepted as a solution, you would have seen significant profit taken in gold and seen gold drop. In fact, it's the opposite, and this is exactly what we talked about on the blog. This is going to cause increased inflation, a weakening U.S. dollar, and the beneficiary of this is going to be gold. Watch for gold and gold-related companies and what they're going to be doing, not just this week, but over the next couple of months. We think this is going to be a great time for gold juniors. If you're not exposed, take a look at the AGORACOM marketplace, where we've got over 45 resource companies with great, short, but compelling descriptions, so you can find the one that you think is best suited for your portfolio. We'll see you again tomorrow. We'll have a further update on gold. Until then, have a great day. Talk to you then.